Welcome. This video is CC-BY-CN. All right, so we are to section 5.2, the area of a triangle. Now, there are many ways of finding the area of a triangle. It just depends on the information that's given. We will need side, angle, side to be able to do this one. And I want to show you where this comes from. A traditional area formula of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Which is certainly true. However, we're going to use some trigonometry and notice that relative to angle C here, the opposite and the hypotenuse form for us sine. So sine of angle C is the opposite, H, over the hypotenuse, which is A, which means that H is equal to A times the sine of C, angle C. And we are now going to replace this H with all this, which means our new formula for the area of a triangle, if we have side, angle, side, is 1/2 the base times A times the sine of angle C. That is our formula. And we're actually going to learn two different formulas. There it is. And we're going to do an example here. Here we have side, angle, side. The X is just there just to let us know we don't need to even bother knowing what that is. We could use law of cosines to find out what that is, but that's not what it's asking for. It wants us to find the area. So what we need to know is that A and B, however it's labeled on any given triangle, are always the two sides that make up the angle that's known. So our area in this case is going to be 1/2 A, which I'm going to call the 27, times B, which is the 15, times the sine of the angle between them, that's an 18 degrees. And we are going to make sure that we are in degree mode. We are. And I'm going to go 1/2 times 27 times 15 times the sine of 18 degrees. And there we have it. A little over 62.5. So 62.58, we'll say. And that would be whatever the unit is. Unit squared. So if this was 27 centimeters, then it would be centimeters squared. If it was meters, then it would be meters squared, miles squared, and so on. But that is our answer. So that's one way to find area of a triangle. The other way is using something called Heron's formula. Heron was an ancient Greek mathematician, and basically we have this S here. S is what's called the semi-perimeter. It's you add up all the sides and divide it in half. And so the area of the triangle is actually right here. So we're going to do this using Heron's formula because here we're given side, side, side. To be clear with our formula up here, this works for a side, angle, side. This one works for side, side, side. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find, for this one here, the semi-perimeter. That's my S, is going to be 26 plus 21 plus 22 divided in half. 26 plus 21 plus 22 divided by 2. So this is 34.5. And you can see the S is used 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times in this formula. So here we go. The area of this triangle is the square root of 34.5 times 34.5 minus A, I'll call 26A, doesn't matter the order, 34.5 minus B, I'll call it 21B, times 34.5 minus 22. And I'm going to type it in literally just like this with the parentheses and everything. So square root of 34.5 times parenthesis 34.5 minus 26, close parenthesis, times open parenthesis 34.5 minus 21, close parenthesis, times open parenthesis 34.5 minus 22. Yeah. Close parenthesis. Let's see what we get. So we get about 222.45. Again, that's square units. Square units like that. Next up. Example 3. A triangular parcel of land has sides of length 850 feet, 950 feet, and 1,416 feet. Rounding out to 2 decimal places. First off, what is the area of the parcel of land? So we now have, let's draw it out, a parcel of land. And we have 850 feet. We have 950. And we have 1,416 feet. And part A, we need to find the area of the land. And then part B, we're going to see how much the land is worth. So part A. First off, I need my semi-perimeter. Is the 850 plus 950 plus 1,416 divided by 2. And I'm going to use my memories for this one. 850 plus 950 plus 1,416 and divide that by 2. So this gives me 1608, and I'm going to call that A, store as A. Just a quick refresh, the store button is right here, and then you can select any of mine are green, but any of the letters there. All right, so let's find the area. Area is the square root of 1608. I'm going to use the letter A in mine. Then 1608 minus 850. Then 1608 minus 950. And 1608 minus 1,416. And let's see what we get in the calculator. All right, so I'm going to go square root. Let's go here. Yeah, square root of A parenthesis A minus 850 close open A minus 950 close open A minus 1,416. All right, and I'm going to store that as C because I'm going to have to use it for part B. So this gives us about 392,411.012. And this is square feet. So 392,411 and change square feet is how big this plot of land is. The parcel of land, they're calling it. Part B. They say if the land is valued at $1,700 per acre, and an acre is 43,560 square feet, what is the value of the parcel of land? Well, what I'm going to have to do first is convert from square feet into acres. And I'm going to do it like this. So 392, and I store this as C. 392,411.012. And of course, I'm going to use the letters, my memory, which is going to be better for us. This is square feet. And 1 acre is 43,560 square feet. And you'll notice the square feet are gone and I'm left with acres. So this is basically saying, take this value C, alpha C, and divide it by 43,560. Okay, now this is not the answer. We're getting close. This is just how many acres he has. And I'm going to store this as D. So I'm going to need that number here in a second. So 9.0085 acres. Now each acre is worth $1,700. So I'm now going to take 9.0085. Of course, I'm going to use D, and I'm going to multiply that times 1,700. So I'm going to go D times 1,700. And this is how much money the land is worth. $15,314.48. That's how much that land is worth. I know word problems can be stressful, but these ones really aren't too bad. You just have to kind of picture them, draw a picture if you need to each time.